Welcome to my channel. Once upon a time, there was a saint who traveled tirelessly from village to village, town to town, sharing wisdom and delivering sermons. He had no permanent home, no hut, no hermitage, no fixed place to rest. Every day, he wandered under the scorching sun and cold winds, longing deeply. If only I had a small piece of land, a humble hut where I could stay and focus on teaching, without endlessly roaming. One day, he heard of a king famed far and wide for his generosity, a king who granted every wish without hesitation. This could be my chance, the saint thought. If the king grants me a small piece of land for an ashram, I won't have to wander anymore. So, he set off for the palace. When he arrived, he saw a long line of people, all patiently waiting with hopes and dreams. Finally, it was the saint's turn. The king greeted him warmly, "Respected saint, how may I help you?" The saint bowed and said humbly, "Your Majesty, I seek a small piece of land to build a simple hut where I can live and teach." The king smiled and asked, "How much land do you need?" The saint hesitated, thinking, 1 acre should be enough, but the king is so generous, maybe 2 acres? 5? Or why not ask for 10 acres? Lost in thought, he forgot to answer. Seeing this, the king said, "Let me make it easier. Walk in any direction you choose, and the land you cover before sunset will be yours. But remember, you must return before the sun sets, or you will lose everything." Overjoyed, the saint set off immediately. At first, he walked steadily, measuring out a good amount of land. But soon, greed crept in. "If I walk faster, I can claim more land." He began to run. 2 horsemen followed him carrying water and ensuring his safety, but the saint refused to stop. "No time to rest. I must cover more ground." He ran through forests and fields until he came to a beautiful lake. "This lake should be part of my ashram," he thought, running around it to claim it. As the sun began to set, the saint realized he had to hurry back. Exhausted but determined, he ran towards the palace. Just as the sun touched the horizon, he reached the king's feet and collapsed. His effort had taken everything from him, and he breathed his last. The king shook his head sadly and said, "This land wasn't worth your life." This story is not just about the saint, but about all of us, constantly chasing after more money, more success, more possessions. We forget that life is not just about running a race, it's about truly living. The endless pursuit of greed leads only to exhaustion and unhappiness. True happiness comes from contentment and peace of mind. Learn to slow down, appreciate what you have, and live a meaningful life instead of chasing after fleeting gains that hold no real value.